Welcome back. In sports news, more allegations of corruption during the bidding process to stage the World Cup in 2018 and 2022 have come out. This time, Russia, Qatar, and England have all been accused of breaking the World Football Governing Body's rules during the bidding process for both World Cups in a document published by the UK Parliament. A dossier compiled by the Sunday Times and published by the Culture, Media and Sports Select Committee accuses Russia and Qatar of engaging in vote trading and vote buying, while England's 2018 bid are alleged to have engineered a failed vote swap with their counterparts in the South Korea 2022 bid. The Sunday Times, however, claims the allegations it submitted to Parliament were contained within a database which it says was compiled by England's 2018 bidding team. In the English Premier League, Tottenham came from behind to beat Everton 2-1 at White Hart Lane in one of Sunday's games. Everton's Kevin Mirallas put the visitors in front inside the opening quarter of an hour, but Christian Eriksen levelled things 7 minutes later before Roberto Soldado completed a complete turnaround in their first half stoppage time with a cool finish. Earlier defending champions Manchester City showed their title intent, moving above opponents Southampton into second place as 3 second-half goals cut Chelsea's lead to 6 points. Yaya Toure got the opener in the 51st minute, Frank Lampard's strike, and a close-range finish from Gael Clichy saw City clinch their third straight win as Saints suffered a first home defeat. The tennis world number 2, Maria Sharapova, says her main goal for next year is to stay healthy and improve her play. The 27-year-old Russian, who was out for 5 months in 2013 owing to a recurring shoulder injury, says she is delighted she fought her way to become the world number 2 this year after falling out of the world's top 10.
I think my main goal was to continue to be healthy. At the end of last year, I missed about 4 or 5 months out of the season, and I came into the season not having many expectations because I was actually quite happy putting a lot of things into perspective and coming out on the court. And I started the year at number 4. I was in a position many times during the year to fall out of the top 10, and I finished the year number 2. So it's been quite a successful year, and next year I set myself much bigger goals. I don't have a crystal ball, but yeah, I still have a tremendous amount of passion for what I do. I love playing the sport, and I hope that my body is healthy enough to continue for a few more years. You know, personally, I'd love to start a family one day, but I think that's in the future at this point.
Now, very strangely, barely 4 days after the cricket world suffered the loss of Australia cricketer Philip Hughes, an umpire in an Israeli league cricket match was also killed after being struck by a ball. Mr. Hillel Oscar died at the weekend of a catastrophic head wound during the match at Ashdod. Oscar was at the bowler's end and was hit when the ball ricocheted off the stumps and hit him in the neck from a shot that came straight back down the pitch. Sadly, the incident occurred moments after a minute's silence was held for Australian batsman Hughes, who died in hospital on Thursday after being struck by a ball during a domestic first-class match in Sydney. To boxing, heavyweight contender Tyson Fury is one step closer to getting his wish to fight WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO boxing champion Vladimir Klitschko. Fury laid a one-sided beating on British countryman Derek Chisora in a world title eliminator. The 26-year-old stayed unbeaten by defeating Chisora via a 10th round technical knockout in their heavyweight rematch in London after his trainer Don Charles threw in the towel. The Briton, who claimed his opponent's European title and the vacant British championship, is now a mandatory challenger to Klitschko. And now, away from sports, the Kabul police boss, General Zahir, has resigned following a surge in attacks by Afghan militants and foreigners in the city. The general did not give a reason for his action, but report says his resignation was concerning the death of 3 South Africans and an Afghan aid worker who were killed in a Taliban attack at a guest house. And finally, in Egypt, the police have used tear gas to disperse protesters who are angry that the charges against ex-President Hosni Mubarak were dropped. Mubarak was originally sentenced to life in jail over killings during an uprising 3 years ago, then cleared in a retrial. In a television interview after the ruling, Mubarak said he did nothing wrong. The former president is serving a separate 3-year sentence for embezzlement of public funds. And the main news again. Suspected Boko Haram militants have attacked Shani town in Borno State, Nigeria's northeast region. Victims lucky to escape death in the bomb blast at the Kanu Mosque are being treated in various hospitals in the state capital. And the Kabul police chief has resigned following an attack on foreigners in the Afghan capital by militants. That's it on the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay from all of us here. Do have a good night.